But when I applied, it was the day after I had dyed my whole head of hair blue. And I didn't think it through, and I said, I'm not going to get this job because my hair is blue. And I told that to Sam and Lauren in the interview, and Lauren looked at me and said, you're getting the job because your hair is blue. My name is Matt. I go by Marketing Matt. Sam, who is one of the owners here, always jokes about the fact that my first name is Marketing, my last name is Matt. The name of the business is Voyager Craft Coffee, and what I do is marketing. So I do everything from social media to photography to emails to website, everything pretty much on the marketing front. Voyager was started by Sam and Lauren, who are a couple that started the company out of a trailer. The trailer was used for marketing events, for farmers markets, for different catering purposes. They went from the trailer to now first storefront, second storefront, third storefront. But Sam and Lauren started the company off of their love of travel. The tagline for Voyager is coffee inspired by travel, and they really love to showcase that because when they travel, they love to go to different coffee shops, experience different communities, talk to different people. And wherever they go, they kind of find that their travels are inspired by the locals and really experience travel through coffee. They wanted to do the same thing here. They brought that to South Bay, San Jose. So we have here what are known as our destination drinks, which are our specialty lattes, and each one has a different ingredient that is incorporated into the same title of that city. So with Voyager, we also love to share what our locals and our customers and our regulars travel on our Instagram and highlight their travels and what they where they go and who they meet. So really the whole point is just kind of traveling, getting to know the world, getting to know different coffee in different areas and meeting people via that. I think Voyager fits into each community so specifically, and this is just a work of the universe, but literally because of the staff. So each location has a very niche and very specific staff. And it's not, we don't hire in that way, it's just become that way. I think every store carries its own energy, and that kind of attracts the right barista to that store. And because of that, we've gotten to serve the community better because they give back to whatever that community needs. So the San Pedro location, more specifically, they are in the heart of downtown San Jose, but they get a lot of tourism, a lot of travelers, a lot of people that work in high tech and live in downtown. So there are a lot of a quicker speed, quicker turnover rate. So when you go in there, almost every single time, almost every single barista's energy is on 120%. And I go in there and I'm an extrovert and I'm overwhelmed. They're just always above and Beyonce and next level. So yeah, that's so different than the OG location, where they're a little more calm, a little more steady. They're also very busy as far as volume goes, but that whole staff is just a mellow, kind of slower, paced kind of staff. So each location is so different, but that also kind of in turn serves that community that's in the area. So COVID impacted Voyager in a way that we weren't expecting because we started Voyager in a trailer, like a mobile trailer. And from there we opened up our first storefront, then we opened up our second, and the one we're sitting in today is our third storefront. When this storefront opened, COVID had sent the US into our shutdown, and it had been about 2 or 3 weeks into the shutdown. So this store didn't really get to get experienced by everyone who is a regular and a follower of our other two locations. This store had to operate out of just the door and out of the window, and no one really got to come in and experience all the cool things that we have in this location, which are a custom mural that's a very custom local mural. We have a lot of different partnerships in the store. We have a collaboration with one of our baristas as far as a clothing collaboration, and the collaboration is called Voyager and Shapes, and that one has different clothing pieces at each location. They're location specific colors, location specific styles. That's a very unique thing. We also love to highlight local artists, so we have sometimes photographers and painters and writers and just a bunch of different people that are local creatives that we like to showcase in our stores too. It's so easy, you just apply on our website and then we kind of cycle through them every 2 months or so. So I think that really helps the Alameda location connect to its community uniquely. We have plants on one of the walls that are from a local nursery, and they come in and tend to those plants. So this store is a really awesome configuration of a bunch of different communities, and COVID kind of faltered that just a little bit. We finally got to open back up and everyone's back inside. We're still at limited capacity and safety is still our number one priority, but luckily we've gotten to open up and kind of showcase this store, post-COVID. The best-selling product if I've overheard correctly, is the Tokyo. The Tokyo has cherry blossom in it, and that seems to be a new flavor people haven't really tried in coffee before. But you really can't go wrong. I mean, the Lexington has reduced bourbon in it, which I know is always a topic of conversation. People love to try the Lexington and try that out. Between the Tokyo, the Lexington, and the Valencia, which has orange in it. So orange and coffee, surprisingly, meshes really, really well. So those that I would say are the top 3 that I've seen. I've also spent a lot of time at our roastery, so I like watch how the beans get roasted, talk to the lead roaster Ian about flavor profiles and stuff, and so because of that I've learned to really enjoy the coffee for itself. I picked Voyager because I was a local, I was a regular, and I would stop at Voyager locations and a bunch of other coffee locations, but there was something about the community-based approach from each barista that I really enjoyed, and being, like I said, as an extrovert myself, I really appreciated that. When I saw they had a marketing lead position opened up, I applied, had a wonderful interview, and got the job. But when I applied, it was the day after I had dyed my whole head of hair blue, and I didn't think it through, and I said, I'm not going to get this job because my hair is blue. And I told that to Sam and Lauren in the interview, and Lauren looked at me and said, you're getting the job because your hair is blue. And that was that. That was the reason. It's since died back, so thankfully. Thank you guys for having me. This is Matt from Voyager Craft Coffee, and we can't wait to see you in the shop soon.